I'm Lee Spencer, and I'm with the RacinBoys, and I caught up with Jesse Iwuji. Big plans for Texas next week.
Yeah. Looking forward to running Texas. We have Fuel Tracks on board, so they were our sponsor for the Vegas race, and it was a really cool opportunity to partner up with them just because of all the fit and the tie with them having a lot of their equipment and their software on board ships. I'm a Navy person, and with me being in the Navy and being on ships in my past, that was just a great connection for us. And a lot of their business is over in Western Africa, and I'm Nigerian too, so really great mix right there. But looking forward to having Fuel Tracks on board, and should be a pretty fun time at my home state.
I'm kind of curious, how did somebody from Texas get excited about NASCAR? What was it about NASCAR in particular that drew you to that sport?
So it's crazy. I don't come from a racing family at all. Football was a big thing in Texas. So, once I got the opportunity to go off to college and play college football at the Naval Academy, I took that offer and went there. After college football was done for me in 2010 when I graduated and went into the Navy, I had to find a new passion, something else that I liked a lot that I wanted to go after that was still sporty. And some reason with my like for cars and racing, I was like, why don't I go into the racing world? So literally I was sitting in my room one day and I just made a decision. And the decision was become a professional race car driver. Boom, done. Like, I need to go do that. And I had no clue where to go or what to do. But using my resourcefulness that I learned from the Navy, I was able to, find contacts that I need to find, network with the right people, learn how to market myself, learn how to find sponsors and things like that. And from there, I went late model racing in 2015 and worked my way through the NASCAR K&N Series, ARCA Series, and now racing in the Truck Series. So it's been a crazy journey. It hasn't been easy at all, and there still will be a lot of hard days, but we continue to grind and make things happen.
Some of these stage parents are starting their kids at like 5 years old in go-karts. How old were you when you started this, and what was the best way you found to get up to speed in a short period of time?
So most kids do start when they're 5, 6 years old in go-karts. For me, I didn't. I didn't even play any kind of sports until middle school. For me, I didn't start racing until 27. So for me to try to get up to speed and be able to even run with the pack, what I used was iRacing, the simulator software. So, I spent about 2 to 3 hours a night, every single night, trying to just learn how to race oval tracks and road courses and drive them in a stock car. And with iRacing being such really good technology nowadays, with it being very close to what real life is, it allowed me to learn what I needed to learn early so that I could get on the track and at least be somewhat up to speed with everyone else. And then more track time you get in real life, the faster you'll get.
A lot of athletes these days use their hand-eye coordination to do things with the pit crews, whether, it's Jack Mann. I met a tennis player the other day first collegiate tennis player in NASCAR. He's changing tires. I mean, there's a lot of people coming from college athletics into NASCAR, but you're going to the top. You're not going to spend time working in pits. You wanted to be the guy behind the wheel. You wanted to be the guy that controlled the situation. In particular, what was it about driving? Was it the speed? Was it the challenge? What was it that made you say, I want to do this and I can do this?
So for me, the two biggest things was one, the challenge. The second part too was anything I've ever done in my life, any kind of sports I've ever played, I always want to get to the top level of that sport. So for me, being in high school, I wanted to get to college football and play Division 1A football. And that's what I set my mind to. When I was in ninth grade, I was not good at football at all. And if you would have looked at me and I would have told you that I wanted to play college football, you would have laughed. But I was like, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to get better. That's what I need to do. I need to get better. So that's what I did. Same thing with racing. I wanted to get to the top level. So I was like, I'm going to get to NASCAR. I'm going to race my way all the way up to the Cup Series. That's what I'm going to do. No matter what, no one's going to stop me. There's no law that says I can't do it, so I'm going to go do it. So the challenge of being able to get yourself better, to get to learn the marketing side of it so you can get sponsors, to put all that stuff together, that's what I've had to do, and that's what's kind of kept me going. That's my drive right there.
The one thing the military teaches people is discipline, and it's certainly to do what you want to do at your age it requires a lot of discipline. And to this day, you still work not only, in what you do during the day, but you're also involved in Naval Reserve. What did it mean to you to kind of keep up that relationship with the military?
Yeah, so to be able to do both of them at the same time, to be in the Navy Reserves and also racing NASCAR. It's tough balancing both of them. Actually, most of my racing career so far has been active duty. So I was working Navy stuff during the week and racing on the weekends. Now I'm racing on the weekends and doing Navy stuff on the weekends too. So that actually got a little bit tougher. But it's a balance. But I've learned in the military how to balance my time, how to manage it. And at the end of the day, I have a big goal I want to get to. So with getting there, you have to sacrifice some things, right? So I sacrificed my personal time. I'm like, you know what? I just threw away my personal time, and it's time to just focus on getting to the goal. I have a really good support structure around me, a lot of great people, family, friends, my girlfriend, my agent, all these people around me to kind of keep me on track, to kind of keep me focused and not get distracted and doing other stuff that's taking me away from the ultimate goal, which is getting to the Cup Series.
One of the last times I saw you, I think you were leaving this track and driving back up to Northern California, and you encountered an emergency situation on the highway. Can you talk about that, and have you heard from that family since you went through that last year?
Yeah, so that was a really crazy situation. I was on my way back from Sonoma, and I saw this van on the side of the highway. And it was leaking a whole bunch of fluid, and the fluid that it was leaking actually caught on fire. And the family was like half of the family was still in the vehicle and not, and they were taking things out. And I really don't think they realized that thing was going to come up in flames. So I got there, I got to them. I kind of explained what the situation was. I tried to get them away. We probably got 20 or 30 yards away from the vehicle, and it just erupted into this huge fiery fireball. And I was just happy that I got there because no one else was stopping to help. I think one other person actually stopped to see what was going on. Besides that, nobody else stopped. And, I looked at it, I'm like, what if I didn't stop? And what if somebody was still in the vehicle when this thing erupted into flames? Could they get hurt or could they died? I don't know, but I'm just glad I was here to help. So, for me, the reason I even posted that video on social media was to tell people, like, if you see something going wrong, like, don't be a passerby, or like, stop and try to help, because you don't know if they actually know what the situation is. And I haven't heard from them. We never exchanged information. I literally stopped to do the right thing. I didn't stop to get anyone's information or anything like that. So I kind of wish I did, because it'd be cool to check up with them, maybe invite them to a race or something. But, after I left, I was like, oh, man, I should have probably, gave them my info or something.
How are you preparing for Texas and that race in particular? Have you run at that track before?
So it's going to be my first time running there. It'll be fun. I'll be learning a lot. But the big thing there is just use the simulator as much as I can to get ready for it. In between all that, I do try to do some other kind of racing. I just ran a dirt race the other week in Arizona, which was pretty fun. And I'll just spend a ton of time on the simulator and watching a lot of film too on the track and the racing and how it goes there, so I can prepare myself the best I can so that when I get on the track, I'm not completely in left field.
Well, we look forward to seeing you, and hopefully your home track will treat you well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all my friends and family and people in Texas, getting to come out to the race and watch it. And it's my first time racing back at home. My first time my family will get to actually go to a race and watch it. So I'm looking forward to it, and it should be fun. And big thanks to the sponsors, Fuel Tracks, for making it happen. And looking forward to just getting out there and just having a good time, learning, getting better, and continuing this whole journey.
Appreciate your time today, Jesse.
Thank you so much.